Greetings, empowered souls. It's Shelly B, and I hope you guys are doing great wherever you are in the world. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you guys. So I am here giving the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements of Aries Collective their messages at this time. Aries, these are just messages that I was guided to give you for your greatest and highest good. I come on here whenever I'm being guided to, and so I am here. So Aries, hope all is well. And as always, guys, thank you for hitting that thumbs up like button. I do appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing and hitting the notification bell as well if you haven't already. And as always, guys, if you need a personal reading from me, my information is down below in the description area. So these are going to be kind of quick messages. I'm just going to get on here and let Divine Source in the field take me where I need to go and give you your messages. And also, Aries, I'm going to end your reading with an affirmation. And that's an affirmation that you are encouraged to write down on a piece of paper and speak out loud and affirm it. Balance. A situation needs more balance. Okay. I love this picture. So there's an area, Aries, where you are required to have more balance in your life. This could be something, of course, that is out of balance. It could be anything in your life. It could be habits, unhealthy habits, or unhealthy eating patterns, or smoking or drinking, or the way you think, something, that may be self-limiting thoughts, or just something that is not favorable to your situation or favorable to you, or that creates maybe blockages within your life. So it also could be something work related, something regarding your career, but something needs more balance, something that you could be overdoing or too much of is what I'm getting. So we're always being encouraged by Divine Source to have balance in every area of our life, every area, no matter how good it may be, we're still recommended to have a balance and to, be cognizant of overdoing things or overindulging, Aries. So what other messages do we have for Aries Collective? Please and thank you. Cuffing season. The season for relationships are coming up. So as you can see, Aries, this season here is winter. Okay. So depending on where you are. So first off, I am here in the United States. And so we are in the middle of spring. And then of course, after that is summer. So we are heading into we are in the warm season, or heading into warmer seasons. So for some of you guys, it doesn't matter what actual weather season you guys are in. Some of you guys are headed to some type of season in your life where you are going to be booed up, coupled up, or interested in somebody romantically. If this person hasn't already arrived in your life, Aries, I'm getting a new energy. I'm not getting anything, I'm not getting anyone from the past as of right now. The biggest energy that I'm getting is someone new, someone fresh, someone new that you've never met before. Okay. And this could be also an area of your life that you have just recently become open up to. I feel like for a lot of you guys, romantically speaking, some of you guys may have put that part of your life on hold or on pause for a while. Or if you were dealing with people or a person, it was more casual, more flings kind of here and there. But I feel like you guys are now have been opening up yourself to something a little bit more serious, more stable, and you're open to meeting somebody or meeting or having a relationship that is steady, okay, and that could possibly go to a higher level. You're opening up yourself to that, Aries, which is great. I like that. What else? Again, these messages also too will be just confirmations for some of you all. Gratitude. It says show more gratitude. Okay. So Aries, divine source is asking you to show more gratitude in your life. It could be a specific area in your life that maybe you may focus a little more on the negative than the positive, which we often do many, many times, and even more so on an unconscious level. But with this reading here, you are being asked to be more consciously aware, if you can, or practice being more consciously aware of your thoughts and making sure that your thoughts don't go into the area of complaints or just looking at the dark side or the negative side of things of life. Okay, so that's where the gratitude part is coming in. And if it helps too, you could also start a new habit or hobby of maybe writing your a gratitude list, maybe every day, certain times a day, like maybe in the morning, maybe in the evening before you go to bed, but just creating a new habit where it focuses on some type of gratitude is what I'm hearing. What else for Aries collective, divine spirit, please and thank you from this deck. What else does Aries collective need to know? Please and thank you. Humor, laugh a bit. I like that. So this is also giving me an energy of celebration and hanging out with friends and just having a good time. It's funny because Pisces, they didn't get the same card, but they got the same message. They got a card that was very similar to this. So humor and laugh a bit. You guys are getting the same message. I'm hearing the same message for you guys, that you also are being encouraged by divine source, if you haven't already done this, to go out more, have fun more, hang out with friends, do something lighthearted, even if it's by yourself. Watch a few comedy shows, a few comedy movies, or something just really lighthearted and not too heavy, but definitely be in the practice of also loving on yourself more in fun, interesting, lighthearted ways, okay? Whether it's with friends, family, or by yourself, or with your lover, your spouse, but making sure that you add fun to your life if you haven't already started doing that, especially as for some of us who are going into the, some of us who are in the spring, going into the summer season. Anything else? Shoot, hold on, guys. Whew. My crystals fell out too. Okay. Any last message from this deck for Aries collective, divine source? I like this, yes, because this also coincides with the message of of gratitude, a new view, seeing things from a higher perspective, in a new perspective. So Aries, you are being encouraged to open yourself up to new ways of thinking, new ways of looking at things. I'm hearing that some of you guys may have been a little too rigid in the past in terms of your way of thinking. Now, Aries, you're a cardinal sign, like your counterparts, Capricorn, Cancer, and Libra. Cardinal signs are those signs that are the leaders, the initiators, the leaders, the trailblazers. And you guys are kind of in that middle, typically in that middle ground. You kind of are in that middle where you're not too far to the left, you're not too far to the right. You're kind of like in that middle area. But I'm hearing that some of you guys may have been a bit too rigid in the recent past in your way of thinking, in your views on things. And Divine Sources is saying to allow yourself to have new insights, new perspectives on things, because there's also an opportunity for you to grow and to learn some things about yourself that you're not quite aware of right now, Aries. This is what I'm hearing, okay? I like that. Okay, so with that said, let's check in real quick with a couple of tarot messages. And I am going to end your reading again with the affirmation for you guys to write down and speak out. What tarot messages do you have for Aries Collective as we begin to close out? Okay, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay, this is what it looks like in reverse. I know it's a very busy card, but I love this tarot deck. It's so fun looking. So we have the Nine of Wands reverse. That is a fire energy. The Wands is fire. It says one partner carrying the burden, feeling exhausted at work, struggling to keep up, nearing burnout, avoiding financial pressures, attempting to escape financial stress. Okay, so the Nine of Wands in reverse talks about possibly wanting to give up on something. And so I feel like, again, this actually coincides with the gratitude message that I got for you. So the gratitude message is specifically about maybe seeing more of the negative than the positive in a situation. And I believe me, I get it when you could be dealing with certain struggles, certain pressures of life, you know, especially financially and work. Those things can become extremely overwhelming, and also in relationships. But Divine Source is saying, with you being in the Nine of Wands energy in reverse, that talks about feeling like you want to give up, but don't give up, because the more you see the silver lining, because there is always a silver lining in every situation, no matter how dark it can get, no matter how dark it can get, there is typically always a silver lining, which also asks you again to have a new perspective, a new view on things, especially as you're going through whatever struggles or difficulties that you currently might be going through, Aries. This is having the gratitude and also finding that silver lining and finding the positives instead of focusing too much on the negative. It'll get you out of the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. So that's one of the things that you have to do first in order for you to get out of that Nine of Wands in reverse and feeling like you're giving up or going to give up. Having a new view, an open mind to new perspectives can definitely get you in more of a place of energetically opening up yourself up for better things to come into your life and better things to come your way and for a situation to improve. Okay, wow, we have the King of Wands in reverse. Interesting. King of Wands in reverse. If I'm correct, I think the King of Wands Is that you, Aries? Is that your energy? It's another fire energy, yes, but I don't know specifically if that's like, I know it's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, but I can't remember which one specifically. But either way, it's a fire energy. It's your fire element here, but it's in reverse. It says an arrogant and bossy partner, control issues, lack of effective leadership at work, relying too much on others, being passive in your role, not taking control of your finances. So place yourself in a situation where you belong with this. There are different variables and different meanings of this King of Wands in reverse. You could be the King of Wands in reverse, Aries, or you could be dealing with someone who is a King of Wands in reverse. So this could be somebody in your personal life, romantically speaking, friendship, family. It could be some work situation. I'm getting more of a work energy for some of you guys, especially with whatever it is that could be making you feel overburdened, and like there's just too much going on and something is like feeling overwhelming. For me, it feels like it could be connected to work for some of you guys. All right. What else for Aries collective? Wow, Ten of Swords. Breakup, separation, intense sadness, grief, pain, or infidelity, job loss, office politics, breakdown from stress or burnout, financial loss, and failed investment. Yeah, these tarot cards, they don't have any cut cards. You know, no pun intended, but there are no cut cards when it comes to telling what the meanings are. So there are different meanings of this deck, okay? But there's some ending of something, and I do feel like it is connected to this Nine of Wands in reverse, something that has felt like a struggle, where you felt like you wanted to give up on something. But with this Ten of Swords, it does say that there's an end of something. So for some of you guys, this is related to, I feel, something regarding work and maybe money and or a relationship, okay? Again, this is not going to be for everything that I channel and feel and that I'm giving out in terms of messages, not going to be for every Aries. But there are some things that I'm saying, that I'm channeling, that I'm getting in terms of messages. Some pieces may apply to some of you guys, all right? What is the advice for Aries regarding this particular energy with this Nine of Wands in reverse, King of Wands in reverse, and Ten of Swords? You guys also could be dealing with another fire sign. You could be dealing with another Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius as well. What is the advice? Oops, sorry. This deck is brand new, guys, so it's kind of still, has that new feel to it. We're still kind of stuck to each other. What is the advice, Divine Spirit, for Aries collective? Five of Wands. This is a lot of Wands energy. So there's some kind of conflict going on, because this is the Five of Wands. We got the conflict card. We got the freaking Ten of Swords. We got the King of Wands in the reverse. And we got the Nine of Wands in reverse. So this reading definitely took a interesting turn, because there's definitely some conflict. If it hasn't already started or transpired in your life, this could be a predictive energy coming up for some of you guys. There's a lot of fire energy. So again, you guys could be dealing with another fire sign. They don't have to be, but they could have heavy fire energy placements in their charts, or different areas in the natal chart. But whatever it is, it's some kind of conflict between you and somebody, Aries. And for some of you guys, I do feel I'm getting strong energy on, there's like two groups of you guys. I feel one group of you guys are dealing with some type of conflict at work or something to do with your career or some type of financial situation. In the other group of you guys, I do feel like it's some type of connection. It could be romantic connection, or it could just be platonic, or some type of family beef going on here. But with the advice, the Five of Wands came out. I'm sorry, that wasn't the Five of Wands came out when I asked for the advice for you guys. And with the Five of Wands, that was more of a heads up that someone could be trying to confront you, Aries. Okay? So someone could be wanting to confront you about something. And this could lead to some type of argument, disagreement. So that's a heads up. And I'm hearing also with the advice too, is to don't feed into it. Try not to feed into it, Aries, because you definitely can be a sign where, you're just not going to let anybody just say anything to you. Okay. You're not, you know how to stand 10 toes down with no problem. You know how to go toe to toe with someone, but to be mindful of trying to go toe to toe in a particular situation. Specifically, I'm hearing when it comes to your job situation, to just think a little differently, have a new perspective on how you're going to handle the situation. Thank you, Spirit. Have a new insight or new perspective on how you're going to possibly handle that situation. Don't be impulsive. Thank you. Don't be impulsive is also what I'm hearing. So, wow. With that being said, let me get your affirmation as we're closing out. The reading took a very different turn, but those are the messages that you needed to hear. Somebody needed to hear it. My soul is beautiful. Okay. My soul is beautiful, Aries. So be mindful of this affirmation. As I've said before, when you do affirmations, at the least you want to do is write it down, speak it out loud, say it with your chest, mean it and believe it. And again, after that, you can burn and release, or you can bury into the ground, into the earth outside. If you don't want to do either one of those things, definitely at least write it down and speak it out loud. Okay. So this is the affirmation that Divine Source has for you at this time, Aries, and it's a pleasure to read for you. And I hope that you found something helpful in these messages. As always, guys, be well and be at peace. Ashe.